confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 2,426, with 5 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 45 additional cases were reported and no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Colleen Farrell, filling in for Leslie Robbins. It's Monday, August 16th. Los Angeles County health officials are now offering a third dose of the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccine to those with severe compromised immune systems. Those who qualify for this booster are those who are organ transplant recipients, people undergoing cancer treatment, HIV patients, and people on select immunosuppressive medication. The county's public health officials say to consult with your doctor to confirm eligibility for the third shot, which should be administered at least 28 days following the second dose. The booster shot is being offered at vaccination sites in the county where the Pfizer and Moderna shots are available. People looking for the shots will need to just self-attest that they have qualifying medical conditions. LA County Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer says studies have shown immunocompromised people are more likely to get infected and become severely ill. The additional vaccine dose for some people with weakened immune systems could help prevent severe illness and death. The booster shot received final approval this week from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Los Angeles County public health officials are reminding the public the best way to reduce getting hospitalized with COVID-19 is by getting vaccinated. While there have been more breakthrough cases among those who are fully vaccinated, health officials say new data shows they are almost 4 times less likely to get infected and 14 times less likely to be hospitalized. They also face less severe symptoms than those who are not vaccinated. Currently, the hospitalization rate for fully vaccinated people is slightly less than 1 per 100,000 people, and almost no deaths are reported among them. Data released by the LA County Department of Public Health gives significant reassurance that fully vaccinated people remain at relatively low risk of infection. Between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, more than 10,000 new cases were reported and 48 new deaths in the county. Vaccinations are free and appointments can be made online through vaccinatelacounty.com. Results of an interesting new study was released this weekend. According to new research from the Mayo Clinic, the study, which followed nearly 25,000 people in Minnesota, found that the risk of suffering a breakthrough COVID-19 infection with the Delta variant was much lower for those who received the Moderna vaccine. The study looked at samples of people who were infected with the Delta variant of the coronavirus and the type of vaccine they received. Now, while the study has not been peer-reviewed yet, it found that one vaccine did outperform another at preventing infections. Researchers said while both vaccines strongly protect against severe disease and help to minimize hospitalizations, results from the study found that the Moderna vaccine was 76% effective at preventing infections. The retrospective study of the Pfizer vaccine shows its effectiveness in preventing new coronavirus cases fell to 42% in the same time period. Now, before the virus mutated, clinical trials found both these vaccines' effectiveness to be nearly identical at about 95%. The nation's chief medical advisor and director for the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci, appeared on network TV this weekend and dismissed the study, saying it needed to be fully peer-reviewed before its findings could be more accepted. With concerns of more COVID-19 infections anticipated through the next few months, federal health officials are hoping to make a booster shot available for more people by this fall. According to the National Institute of Health, healthcare workers, nursing home residents, and the elderly may be able to get a booster shot in the next few months, especially with concerns that vaccines may start to wane in their effectiveness. Federal health officials have been actively looking at whether extra shots for those who are fully vaccinated may be needed, reviewing cases in other countries. Preliminary studies suggest the vaccine's protection against serious illness dropped among those vaccinated in January. Israel has been offering a coronavirus booster to people over 60 who were already vaccinated more than 5 months ago. While no decision has been made here in the U.S., as cases still indicate people remain highly protected from COVID-19, including the Delta variant, U.S. health officials recently made it clear they are preparing for the possibility of a booster, and it may come sooner than later. Eligible families of the expanded child tax credits may get their payments a little later than anticipated. The U.S. Department of Treasury announced due to a technical glitch, the second installment, which was issued on Friday, may be delayed. This month's payments were sent to nearly 36 million families and covered close to 61 million children, which is 1.6 million more than the first installment in July. Qualifying families received up to $300 per child, 5 years and younger, and $250 per child ages 6 to 17. Now, households that did not receive the July payment are getting their first child tax credit this month. Will see an even bigger amount since their payments will be spread out over 5 months instead of 6. Here in California, the Internal Revenue Service sent out 4,283,000 checks that impact more than 7 million children, averaging about $418 per payment. Officials say the fastest way to receive money from the IRS is by signing up for direct deposit. Eligible families can track their payment and see if they'll be receiving an advanced child tax credit through the IRS's online portal. For eligible Americans who don't typically pay taxes but qualify for the expanded child tax credit, it's not too late to sign up by going to the IRS's non-filers tool. The death toll continues to rise as the Haitian government declares a state of emergency following a 7.2 magnitude earthquake on Saturday. The United States Geological Survey estimates to have thousands of fatalities and tens of thousands of injuries in poor mountainous communities and issued a red alert. According to the country's Civil Protection Agency, they've already counted more than 1,200 fatalities and more than 5,700 injuries. On Saturday, the United States Agency for International Development deployed a disaster assistance response team to Haiti to lead the U.S. government's response efforts in the aftermath of the earthquake. The quake, which struck at 8:30 a.m., destroyed nearly 14,000 homes and damaged another 13,000 today. Haiti braces for tropical depression Grace amid ongoing recovery efforts. Well, there were joyful hugs and tearful goodbyes as hundreds of thousands of students in the Los Angeles area headed back to school today. Los Angeles Unified School District's first day of school kicked off with students returning on campus wearing face masks along with weekly COVID-19 testing mandates for all students, teachers, and staff. For most, this will be the first time back on campus in nearly 17 months. The district says it's put in place many measures to keep both students and staff safe. Each LAUSD school will do weekly COVID testing on campus for everyone, regardless of vaccination status, with the help of mobile teams. Tests will be free and results are expected within 12 hours. Regular sanitizing on campus and physical distancing will also be encouraged to help prevent the spread of the highly infectious Delta variant of COVID-19. Officials say that more than 600,000 students in the LA Unified School District, only 3% of families opted to enroll in the online option. LAUSD is the second largest school district in the nation behind New York. The district announced that all employees must be fully vaccinated by October 15 or face possible termination without an approved medical or religious exemption. Torrance Unified School District kicks off the new school year on Thursday, August 26th. For more information about back-to-school protocols, go to TUSD.org. More than 200,000 Ram pickup trucks are being recalled. This affects 2015 to 2020 Ram 3500 and 2500 heavy-duty truck models. They're being called back over concerns of faulty side curtain airbag inflators that could rupture and launch shrapnel into the vehicle cabin. The company announced that this could happen in the event of a crash, whether those airbags deploy or not. The issue specifically comes from an error in the inflator manufacturing process that may have introduced moisture into the inflator, making it less stable. Ram claims it has found a single instance of one of these inflators rupturing and no reports of injuries. Officials say the fix is relatively simple and involves the Ram dealer replacing the faulty part. If you have questions, call the customer service department at 800-853-1403. The Torrance Little League All-Star team made national headlines this weekend and are now headed to the World Series. The 11- and 2-year-old players from Torrance, who are called the Cardiac Kids, headed to Ontario International Airport this morning to travel to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, home to the Little League World Series. While they beat Northern California's team from Petaluma in the West Regional semifinals on Friday 6-0, that win put them in the West Region Championship game against Honolulu on Saturday, where they fell 7-2. Now, regardless, both teams have clinched a seat in the 16-team Little League World Series. This will be the 49th time a team from Southern California will be represented, but the first team in LA County to make the trip since 1994. Torrance, which will be representing California at the World Series, plays against New Hampshire, the winner of the New England region, at 4 p.m. this Thursday. A GoFundMe page was established to support the team and help pay for family members to travel to Williamsport. Already, the team has met 50% of their fundraising goal. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. August marks National Crayon Collection Month, and in an effort to gather crayons for Title I schools who are in need of these supplies, the South Bay Mommies and Daddies, a popular community-driven platform for parents, have partnered with an organization called Crayon Collection to do just that. Throughout the month of August, you can drop off new and slightly used crayons at a number of South Bay businesses where collection boxes can be found. In Torrance, locations include Aerial Gymnastics Club, AR Workshop, Performance Vision Therapy, Red Car Brewery, and Torrance Bakery. Local restaurants have also been encouraged to participate by taking their slightly used crayons and donating them. What a great way to help those in need as we get ready to send kids back to school. And what a great way to find a new purpose for those used crayons. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Rhiannon Trutanich brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.